Happy Sunday, welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. So today I am doing my monthly wrap up for May of 2024. So in May, I had a goal of 12 books and I read 13. The average score was a 4.2. Of the 13 books, I consumed 8 of them on Audible and 5 in physical form. And year to date, through the month of May 2024, I've read 72 books year to date, which is a little over 14 books a month, which is really, really strong. And I'm really reading some great stuff. So in June, in terms of kind of throwing out kind of my goal is 11 books. I think I might have some bigger books, which we'll talk about in a minute, that make their way on to my reading month. And so I don't want to overextend, but at the same time, I have over delivered as well. So we'll see how it goes. In terms of top books, my top 3 books, again, my average score was a 4.2 for the month of all 13 books, but my top books were in third place, The Quick and the Dead by Louis L'Amour, and that was a 4.6. My second place book was The Hidden Girl and Other Short Stories by Ken Liu, which I rated a 4.8. And then my top rated book was, in first place, was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That was a 4.9 out of 5, almost a perfect book for me. And I'm still looking for that first 5.0. I'm very overly critical when it comes to grading, but I know it's going to happen. So it was a great reading month. I had some great books. Anything above 3.8, 3.9 is considered good, and so to average 4.2 is phenomenal. And it even included, a couple duds from Stephen King. So channel updates. I had 31 videos in May. Over 3,000 views in the month of May, which was fantastic. I'm over the moon about that. I also surpassed 100 subscribers, and I can't thank you enough for that. I try to make a mention of new subscribers in my weekly wrap-ups, and I've got a list for my weekly wrap-up for tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. In terms of video content, I'm really enjoying the character study and the Why You Should Read series that I'm doing. I'm really enjoying that, and it's always great to talk about characters that I enjoy reading, and talking about authors that I also enjoy reading and why you should, and doing the research, and it's just fun. I really enjoy those videos and I look forward to them each week. It's also been great meeting a bunch of people on the YouTube community. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, a lot of sharing of ideas. I'm hoping that by putting out content, it's spurring others to put out content as well. And that's all benefits to the end user, and I think it's great. And speaking of content and books, if you haven't, you might want to check out Hayden Reed's channel. He recently published a video along the lines of him helping out a used bookstore, or possibly even taking it over, and he has a ton of books that he's trying to get rid of. So if you're maybe interested for some cheap books, and you might want to hit him up. So you might want to check that out. In terms of long-term goals that I have and where I'm at on some of those, I kind of want to run through those real quick. One of my long-term goals is to finish the Lucas Davenport series, and I finished 2 books in May, and I have 6 books left in that initial series. And so that is good. I'm again chipping away at that. One of my goals, again, was to read the last 2 Stephen King books, and then on top of that, read the newest one that came out a couple weeks ago, and I did that. So it's nice to have that knocked out. I wanted to finish the Matthew Scudder series by Lawrence Block. I finished 3 books in May, and I have 3 books left, plus a short story collection and a novella. So I feel pretty good that I'm going to be on pace, or even above pace, to knock that out. I wanted to finish my reread of the Hitman series, the John Keller series, kind of the same thing. It's the John Keller series. I call it the Hitman series by Lawrence Block. I reread the first 2 books. I need to read the other 4 books, and I think the novella. And so I feel good about that, but definitely want to get to the next one. I kind of actually missed Keller when I did the reread of the first 2 books. I was really excited, and it was nice to get back in that kind of world and his character. And I actually kind of missed that. So I'm probably going to have that one on the TBR soon. I need to start The Dandelion Dynasty by Ken Liu. It's 4 huge books, and I haven't started it yet, but after reading The Paper Menagerie and The Hidden Girl and Other Stories this year, Ken Liu is definitely a new author that I definitely want to sink my teeth into, and so I want to get to Dandelion Dynasty because I think I'll enjoy it. And then, lo and behold, he'll probably be one of those I'll talk about as why you should read in that series. So I want to get that a shot. Those are 4 huge books, so I'll probably consume like one book a month for several months to knock out those 4 big books. I want to try Brandon Sanderson out, and he's actually going to be on my reading week for next week, and we'll talk about that in my weekly wrap up. I need to try the William Warwick Detective Series. I think I have the first 4 or 5 books in that by Jeffrey Archer, and I haven't yet to try that, but it's definitely one that's in my wheelhouse. Speaking of which, I haven't read the 3rd and final book in the Cain and Abel trilogy, so that's another book I need to put on a list and knock that out. And then last, I wanted to read the Harry Potter series, and obviously I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It was my top-rated book last month, but I haven't gone ahead and read book 2 yet, so I definitely need to get that on the TBR as well. So if you can kind of maybe unpack here, my TBR is kind of spoiled, but you'll see. I definitely am going to be doing a video this coming week and where I reshuffle that, but I need to get some of these long-term goal books on there as I continue to chip away at these long-term goals, which lastly kind of reads me into, as I'm knocking out some of these long-term goals and working my way through it, I'm definitely trying to keep kind of a running list of different things, different new authors, new books that are on my radar, and kind of what maybe my new goals are. Definitely enjoying some of it, and so I've got so many books. I got so much hard case crime noir that I want to get to. I've got a couple new books when Louis L'Amour coming, so there's so much to read and just not enough time, but I need to be a little more strategic, I think. I have a lot of goals, and so I'm trying to kind of prioritize those a little bit. So definitely later this year we'll be doing a 2025 kind of goal video when I talk about what it is I want to read in the new year and what my goals are, and I hope you're kind of will enjoy that as well. So it definitely kind of keeps having everything kind of flushed out and on the computer kind of helps me. So anyways, I hope you're having a great Sunday. That is my monthly wrap up for May, and I hope you're having a great June and you're reading great and everything's good, and be on the lookout for, I got a book review coming for Neuromancer that should be coming out later today, and then tomorrow will be my weekly wrap up for last week. So a lot of new content coming. I hope you guys enjoy it. Talk to you later. Bye.